Welcome everyone to another episode of Drone Pal Concepts, where we confuse you with more updates and possible flight times. But what today is it that we are going to focus on? It's not the drone, it's not the plane, it's not the fly strip. What are we doing? We're talking about the 90mm EDF wing. Now, you're going to say, wow, that's a beautiful aircraft. It will be. I have to button it up when the ESC gets here. Put everything in here, and the camera's on there, and the lighting is going to be, pinned down and all nice and pretty. You've seen the short, I'm sure, of those lights right there. And you see my little Mario Kart style cart for wheels. So we know that it's going to roll on that dirt in the baseball diamond, which is the whole point of this. And then, of course, when it takes off, hopefully this is heavy enough to drop off. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it somewhere over the orchard where I'm flying. So, this is all a contingency so that I don't screw up the hand launch. That's the whole point of this. I do not trust myself to hand launch this one yet. So, that's what we're doing. And we're using the Mario Kart. Okay, that's what we're going to call it. That's our little Mario Kart. Now, yes, the GoPro is right on top. But it doesn't matter because this is kind of heavier than your normal average everyday wing. And it has a decent wingspan, decent lift, a wonderful airfoil profile, custom rims. I'm just kidding. Anyway, the point is, it's run by a 120mm 90mm 120 amp ESC is what I was going to say. So it comes from Fly Color, this ESC. It's a 120 amp. This maxes out at 124, so I don't know why they didn't just say, hey, here's a 130 amp. That's what you should use. No, they recommended a 120. So we're going to go with it, and we're going to hope that this doesn't completely overheat the ESC and burn it up. But I really wanted everyone to get a close look at this while it's in one piece. There's a couple of shorts on this already where I spun it up using my test ESC that I have somewhere over in this pile of stuff. I am working on another gear ratio engine using, what is it? It's a carbon fiber reinforced nylon, which I managed to print with the X1 carbon, surprisingly. This drone, yes, of course, still working on it. But the 90mm wing, let's be honest. What am I powering it with? I'm powering it with a 6,000 milliamp 100C LiPo. It's a brick. That's what this is for. I'm trying to offset the drag with the GoPro to kind of even things out. And I want some onboard footage. Finally, some onboard footage. Even if it crashes, I want some onboard footage. The point is, when I did the CFD analysis on this aircraft, it took 24 miles an hour roughly to get airborne, which is actually pretty good. This engine has a lot of power. It's a 2100 kV 6S motor. That's exactly the kind of battery we're pushing. The ESC is going to have plenty to handle it. It pulled this entire table with a 100 amp Avian ESC. So, I mean, that's what this setup is for here. I mean, this kind of looks like a sadist thing, but it's not. It's to go around the wheels on the back here so I could do a pull test just to make sure that I could ramp this up. Everything was holding together like it was supposed to, and it wasn't going to fly off the table. Instead, it started dragging the table across the shop. So when the ESC arrives, which it's going to, here pretty quick, anywhere between now and the 18th, apparently. These third-party sellers, that's kind of how they do things. They kind of tell you, okay, well, yeah, it's prime between now and this date, whatever that's supposed to mean. But the point is, it's still on its way. The only thing I'm concerned about is this thing failing completely and then me ruining my camera. I'm willing to take that risk because I trust my design. It's going to howl like the what is that plane called? Somebody say it in the comments. You guys told it to me. I even looked it up and listened to the howl, and I was like, wow, how ironic. I didn't even know this plane existed. And now I've made one that sounds like it. This thing's going to sound like a TIE fighter in the air. That's just all there is to it. Because of those sharp points, the reinforced epoxy rod holes that I have here. It's more or less strengthening geometry that goes down the wing. Rather than having a carbon fiber rod in it, we just used an epoxy resin. So, same result, really. And less weight. So, and not to mention the whole thing is skinned with an epoxy. So, it is traditionally a little bit heavier than your normal 3D printed plane. Which means it's going to be really fast in the air. Not only to gain lift, but to stay aloft. And that is going to be fun to watch. So I just wanted to give you guys sort of a walk around and be like, bask in its glory. It may be the last time you see it in one piece. But I can tell you right now, even if I break it, I'm going to print up another piece. I'm going to put it on. I'm going to figure out what I did wrong. And I'm going to, I'm going to send it again. That's what we do. We 3D print, power it, send it. What else? There was one more major thing I was going to do. Oh, yes. This is straight S-Bus control. Absolutely no stabilizers. So when I take my hands off the sticks, it's going where it's going to go. So this is just old school, traditional serial bus control with a standard receiver. Matter of fact, it's probably the cheapest receiver I could find. Actually, it's been one of the most reliable ones I've had. So, hey, you know what? It's not a Spectrum receiver, but it works. So, everything. To be honest, with all the expensive stuff, I've had more failures with the expensive stuff than I ever did with the Fly Sky radio and that I got over here. To be honest with you, this is a really good radio, especially if you're experimenting. It's just you can't beat it. You can put any number of receivers on it. I think you can have up to 8-10 models, something like that. Maybe. I can't remember. 2.4 gigahertz. What more do you need when you're testing? Now, I get going to a stabilization flying with this particular machine if you're not experienced. I used to fly fixed wing all the time. It's the drones and the flight controllers and all that. That's what's all new to me, or was new to me. Not now. I mean, now I'm kind of gone straight up crazy with this stuff. But the point is, this was my first baby right here. Okay, we were doing this before Google came out. Okay, before Google existed, we were flying stuff like this. Except we made it out of balsa wood and shrink wrap. So, yeah. And it was props. It wasn't EDF engines. But it was still fun. And who doesn't love the powered glider? Specifically, I'm hoping for, just for Christmas, if my wife is watching this video, which I doubt. There's an FMS Fox. I really want the big, 93-inch one or whatever. The biggest glider. That thing is beautiful. FMS did a beautiful job on that. That is a beautiful glider. I want one. It makes a noise of its own when it's gliding. That is just, you fall in love with the plane. The FMS Fox. Go check it out if you don't believe me. The big one. I'm sure they have smaller versions, but like the big FMS Fox glider. This thing is phenomenal. Okay, enough about that. They didn't pay me to say that. I just really want one. But when it comes to this one right here, our fingers are going to be crossed. It's going to be sort of foggy, kind of dusk type of situation. Because I do have the lights, and I kind of want to show those off. You'll see them in a short that I did. If you look at one of my last shorts, not the very last one, but the one before that. You'll see it lit up on the thumbnail. What more do you need? That's what I'm talking about. It's going to light up the plane. It's going to make it easier to spot in the air. Because I was thinking about it, and I was going, wow, this is all PETG. So once it does get up into a cloudy sky, I'm not even going to know where it is. So that's why I put the lights on there. So it'll look cool. And someone is going to take a picture of it from a distance at altitude and go, look, a UFO. And then, it'll be famous. So other than all that put aside, all the wishful thinking, the fingers crossed about it flying perfectly, I think it'll fly good. Even if it's a lawn dart, it's going to fly. But all that aside, don't miss it. I hope you all get a chance to see it. It's why I'm doing the video right now, so you guys can go, remember the 90mm EDF? What it used to look like? I hope I'm not jinxing myself right now. And I'm rubbing this all weird. Like creepy-like almost. But my point is, now you get to see it in all of its beautiful glory before I go fly it. Not instilling a lot of confidence in myself with that one. But don't miss it. There's going to be more. When we're done flying this one, it's going to be the little 70mm EDF drone. Then it'll be the big girl. I'm just doing there's a lot of work I got to do on her to make sure that this flight goes smoothly. Because fan balancing, motor balancing, you name it. I've got to do it all because I don't want to mess this one up. As you can tell, it took a little while to print. So you don't want to just hey, here you go, this will be fine. And it explodes when you try to take off. So we want to make sure that before it does detonate, I'm sure it will. One of those fans are coming apart. They're 3D printed. I mean, am I crazy? Maybe a little. That's what the voices tell me. But I hope you enjoy what you see here. That's the whole point. So be prepared to watch that one. Wow, I got grease on my hand. That looks weird. Is it frosting? No, it's not frosting. It's the lithium grease. So anyway, the point is, what I'm trying to say is this one, then this one, fingers crossed this one, fingers crossed this one doesn't hurt me, because it might. And remember, you guys can do anything you want to do with these. I mean, I can give you STLs. You can build that one yourself. You can't have these STLs. Not yet. I'm seriously not yet. You can, but not yet. But this one you can, as long as you promise not to hurt yourself, because you could. You got to be careful. And we want to be safe in this hobby. That's the whole point of all of this. We got to be safe, right? Okay, good. And remember, everyone is a 3D printer. So I'll see you all in the next one, and hopefully we're celebrating the flight and the return of the 90mm EDF lawn dart. I don't know. I don't have a name for her yet. We'll give her a name after she survives the christening. All right, everyone. See you soon.